It's We Need Answers podcast, episode 101. Doing a little different today. I was reached out to by my homie Shamir. Shout out to Shamir for putting this together. She informed me that Brill wanted to hop on a podcast and talk about the case he got going on. He's locked up with right now. And the case is something to do with the show We Own the City. He depicted in the show We Own the City. So when she brought it to my attention, I jumped straight on it. And like I always say, I'm thankful for people to even consider me as an option to get a story out or get anything out. And because I know we're going to deliver and get it to the people that need to hear it. Brill got a book called The Real Shropshire Organization. It's by Real Shropshire, and it's on Amazon. I just got the book yesterday, and I've been locked in with it. It's presented by Real Savage Publications and TMC. It talks about this story, his upbringing, his story about how he was arrested, and the things that went on with his case. So far, so good, and it got a lot of details with a lot of things. And as I said in the conversation with Brill, it's a story about being a product of your environment that a lot of us or our friends or family been involved with, and just leading down to a road that's sometimes hard to come back from and hard to change. So with this episode, this first part it's going to be a continuous series. We're going to break down as much as we can, because we on a phone call he calling from the jail, so I only get scheduled calls, and phone calls only last 15 minutes. So we try to get as much information as possible in every call, and we're gonna try to nail every point to a T, from the case to what went wrong, to the show, the thoughts on the show, to the book, what do you want to get accomplished, and his steps on trying to get back out here, and giving back that jail time. It's a very interesting book. I definitely advise anybody that's interested in the show, the city, the crime, anything with that case. You want to get as many point of views as possible from the people living it, and it definitely give you a different point of view that's not fabricated and is not in a TV show. They're going to exaggerate a lot of things in the TV show, make things more than what they really are, and stuff like that. But Amazon, you can get the book on Amazon, The Real Shropshire Organization. I'll put it in the caption and in the body of the YouTube as well, and on the Instagram. And like he shouts out his movement that's going on, and follow the movement and help out as much as you can, because we definitely want to fix the things that this crooked government got going on. So enjoy this first conversation. Like I said, there's going to be plenty more to come. Lock in, follow the case as much as you can. And I would love for you to share your point of view and your opinions on the case in the comments or on the Instagram page. And it's going to be more to come. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, I'm Antonio Shropshire. A lot of people call me Brill for the most part. I'm from Northeast Baltimore, Alameda, Belvedere to be exact.
Okay. Now, I just was reading the book for real. I'm on the second chapter. I just got to the part where you talked about getting kicked out of Northern and all that, but we won't go straight in because like you said. So what made you start with this book?
Yeah, because when I was going through the process, I was reading about different stories of being in the Baltimore Sun and things like that. So what really pushed me to do the book was when I got into the federal system after I got sentenced. Journalists was reaching out. Justin Fenton from Baltimore Sun, another guy, Baynard Woods, another lady named Jessica. I can't pronounce her last name, nor do I remember it, but she was from the BBC News. And they was just sending me letters, and they was like, wanting me to tell my story and ask me did I have anything to say and things like that. So that right there had me like, what made them want to be hollering at me? Like, what's so special about me that they want to know what's going on? So I was like, I reached back to them because the government got their side, and of course I got my side. So I definitely had to reach back, let them know, like, hey, this was really going on. That pushed me to be like, oh, I'm gonna write my own book.
Okay. So for the people who don't know, tell them how you end up incarcerated.
I made some bad decisions. I was actually selling heroin for a significant amount of time, and from what I learned from my discovery of my case, it was some people, I guess, overdosing, and I was under investigation. So I guess the whole investigation stemmed from people overdosing, and they try to put it all on me.
But it was some corrupt cops in this. But there was some corrupt cops in this case.
Yeah, it was some corrupt cops in the case as well. My co-defendant actually he's a Baltimore City police officer. According to the news and the government want people to believe that this police detectives were supposed to be protecting my organization, but that wasn't the case.
Okay.
So that's part of the reason why the book is called the Real Shropshire Organization, because what the government is saying was supposed to have been my organization. That wasn't what was going on.
Right. So can you, as much as you tell us what was really going on versus what they try to paint the picture of?
What was going on was, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
What was going on was, I was doing my thing for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I was just doing my thing, man, and I got caught up. My name was ringing.
This call is from a federal prison.
My name was ringing amongst other names in this particular area that we was at. And when they was investigating, they started investigating and learned that I was doing my thing, and some other guys was doing their thing, and I started them really getting to the bottom of who's responsible for the overdoses. They took the shortcut way and was like, hey, we're going to put them on Brill. And then they put them on me, and then they put, I guess, a few on some other guys, and they try to put us all together like we was all working together, and that just wasn't the case.
Right. And they trying to depict you in this We Own the City show, and from what you hear, because you hadn't seen it, right?
No, I haven't seen it. I heard a lot about it though.
What you hear about it?
I just heard that the first episode kind of really took me by storm. Well, the whole show took me by storm actually, because I knew about the book, because me and the dude Justin Fenton, me and him was corresponding through email. So I gave him a lot of my story because he asked me, and he told me that he was putting in the book and things like that. So when I heard the story was coming out, the We Own the City was coming out, I was like, okay, well, my family sent me the names of who was going to be playing who and things like that. But nowhere on the internet did it say anything about they was going to have somebody playing me and my co-defendants.
And they do.
Yeah, I didn't even know anything about that. So when the show came on, the very next day I called home. They're like, yo, they got somebody playing you on the show. And I was like blown away because I didn't know anything about that.
They using your real name?
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
they
wow.
are.
Damn, I didn't even know that was legal. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, so I actually called the lawyer about that. The lawyer said because it's really public records.
Oh, okay.
And it ain't really much I can do about it.
Okay.
So but what really kind of, besides them having somebody playing what blew me away was they try to make it seem like I had something to do with or orchestrated the whole robbery of the dude Aaron Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
They made it seem like I was the mastermind behind it, or I was the one responsible for it. I'm like, I knew nothing about the robbery.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of crazy that the evidence at the actual trial, dude who said he had something to do with it, he made no mention of me.
Mm.
So I kind of felt like, damn, why would y'all put that out there that I had something to do with the robbery, or I knew about it, or I sent this police guy to go rob this man, and that ain't even what the police actually said at trial.
Right.
So that was like some for real defamation of character shit. I ain't really appreciate that.
And that's dangerous too, because that could have been anybody could have got at you about that.
Yeah, ain't no question. So I was just like, man, it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll with it and just That's why I'm pushing the book, the Real Shropshire Organization, because that's the truth, the untold truth.
And what would they get? What would they get out of this book? People that's reading this book from a, they might not be from here, might not know nothing about what go on in the streets. What would they get out of this?
Man, they would get basically, my story. It's really the way I label it is I say it's an autobiography, but I say it's autobiography with a street twist because in the book I explain my life and what made me choose to selling drugs and the things that I went through and the experiences, shit that I end up happening and things like that, and they will get like damn, this man been through this, he's been through that, and towards the end, you'll get, my mindset of where I'm at today.
Right.
I'm saying, like, far as, what I was doing, I should never been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like nobody should be continuing to do it if they are doing it. Because, I put my story out there so you can be like, well, damn, that happened to that can happen to me as well.
Right.
So let me tighten up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Be an example for the people that's even considering.
Exactly. Because had I been conscious at the time when I was on the street, I felt like that I wouldn't have been making the decisions that I made.
Right.
I kind of was really blind to a lot of that shit, and that shit bit me in my ass.
Yeah, what I read so far, and what I get from what I read so far is because you say in the book from your words that you didn't grow up bad. You just basically a product of your environment in so many words.
Right,
this is what's going on around you. And that's what we all, a lot of our majority of the city fall victim to. We go off what we see and it just led down to another path.
Ain't no question.
But this situation turned into something serious because what these cops and everything and what this show about put a whole lot of people in situations that they ain't really have to be, even though not righting nobody wrongs or saying nobody better than nobody else, but because everybody chose it like they chose, but they made a situation a lot more serious than what it could have been. Am I right or wrong with that?
No, I agree with that.
Okay.
I definitely agree with that.
Okay.
100%.
So what we had 10 minutes. What do you want to get accomplished with the book and with this series we about to do? Because it's going to be a series. We're going to break everything down over a few episodes. What's something that you really want to get accomplished?
This call is from a federal prison.
What's your story? I know you said just to share what you from your point of view, but I know you doing anything like appealing the case or anything?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Glad you asked that because I'm actually in the process of appealing the case. It's in the Court of Appeals right now for the Fourth Circuit, which is Maryland is a part of the Fourth Circuit, and I'm actually appealing the case. And real quick, I definitely want to address something, and I just want to point it out.
Take as much time as you want. Go ahead.
Yeah. See, my prosecutor on my case, his name is Leo Wise. He's a federal prosecutor, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Since I've been down, he has prosecuted 3 Baltimore attorneys,
mm-hmm.
Kenneth Ravenel, Steve Snyder, and Marilyn Mosby.
Mm-hmm.
And all 3 of those attorneys have been prosecuted by my prosecutor, but all 3 of them say that my prosecutor is unethical.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that very funny because during my trial in 2017, Leo Wise, he sent some officers to my cell and they seized all my legal documents.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is imperative because I wasn't one of the guys that was just sitting around on a unit doing nothing with my time. I took my time in the law library. I took my time, studying my case. And as you read the Real Shropshire Organization, you will see I go into that.
Yeah.
So, 3 days before my trial, he sent somebody to take my documents. So during the trial, I'm stressing to the judge. I say, hey, I need my documents back. The government got my stuff. The government like, no, we gave him his stuff back and this, that, and the third. So throughout the whole trial, I'm arguing with the court like, man, hey, I need my stuff. So the judge looking at me like I'm crazy, like I'm making all this up. So I went on through the whole trial without my stuff. And I got found guilty, basically. So then 30 days later, I get a document from the jail saying, hey, U.S. Marshals is saying they got your stuff. So now I got evidence showing that, man, hey, man, this man sit there and lied to the court, recklessly misled the court throughout the whole trial. And here it is, y'all already got my stuff, here's the proof. So that's when I'm arguing in the court. But my point is, we all saying this guy is unethical.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what these three attorneys had going on that's being charged. I mean, I know, but I can't speak on that myself.
Right.
But, you know what I mean? All of them saying that this man is unethical.
And that should mean something.
Yeah, that should mean a lot, because I'm telling you, I've been screaming this shit since 2017. Here it is, it's 2022, and these attorneys are saying the same thing about this man that I'm saying.
Right. And who else knows who else got the same experience with him?
Correct. So it's like, you know, that's why we pushing. Me and a good brother named Brother Means. He did the full word for my book, Means, MENES.
Mm-hmm.
We pushing Black Trials Matter right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And people should go to the Instagram page. He just started it, but the Instagram page is Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Because there's stuff like this happening all over the world.
Right.
And these prosecutors is getting away with this type of thing, man. And this shit needs to stop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know, we making, you know, I mean, I made some bad decisions in my life, but that don't mean that
you could do whatever to you.
Yeah, exactly. The Constitution is still in place.
Exactly.
So the Constitution guarantees a fair trial, guarantees the right to prepare for trial, and those rights was violated when it came to me.
Right. So if you would have had them papers real quick, if you would have had them papers, how would it plead out in trial?
It's really, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's impossible. It's impossible to say that how it will play out, but I believe that I would have had a lot more to talk about, because it was more so for my testimony.
Okay.
I was testifying on my own behalf about the shit that happened.
That was the end of part 1 of the series. If you tuning in, that was the we just get to meet Brill, and he gave us a little information on the book, information on the case, and what he's trying to do to get back out here on the streets and fight this case. Stay tuned. Part 2 will be up next week. We want to keep it moving for a 4-part at the minimum series, and we want to get this point across as much as possible. And like I said before, please leave comments, point of views on the YouTube, on the We Need Answers podcast Instagram, and let us know how you feel, what you think. Give us some insight if possible. If you know anybody going through a similar situation, reach out, let me know, and we can get this thing pushing and get all our points across and get some things changed in the system. We Need Answers podcast. We out.